record an intro for my podcast. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you 3 questions,
For sure.
right? So then I'm gonna ask, who are you?
My name is Alex Bankroll
Okay.
Romano. Yeah.
Okay.
Come in.
What's one thing you'd like to say while you're on the stage? Anything. You can say anything.
Oh,
A story, a tidbit, a life lesson, or
stay off drugs, kids, and stay away from ridiculously pretty girls. Yes, sir.
and then say intro the pocket pod.
Intro to Pocket Pod.
Yeah, appreciate. Good morning. Welcome back to the Pocket Pod. Ugh. It is currently Saturday, March 27th? No, 28th. March 28th. Ooh. Ooh, look at me remembering dates. Ooh, look at me remembering dates. Fresh out of bed. It's about 10:28 right now, I think. 10:27. Ooh. Kill him. Ooh. Kill him. Yo, the first thought on my mind today. I got out of my bed. At my mom's house. I got out of my bed. Had that lovely slumber. My hair fresh to fuck. And you know what? I said, I'm ready right now. Ready for what you may. I'm ready to fight. I get up, I'm in this mirror, I'm looking in my mirror and I'm shadow boxing. I'm admiring the glory of myself, but I'm shadow boxing. Mind you, I don't even fight for real. Cause the thing is, I know if I fight, I'll win, so I don't wanna destroy someone like that. But right now, plus also, yo, fighting is like unneeded. It's like actually unnecessary. Like there are not many times in this life where it's like you actually need to fight. Like it's more it's really optional, especially if you're good with using your words and communicating and yeah. So actually, I don't need to fight often slash ever slash yeah. But you know, and I'm shadow boxing. I'm doing my boxing in the mirror. I'm doing my boxing in the mirror, but then I'm also get my legs ready. I've been working on my hip mobility because I got that Muay Thai. I got that Muay Thai in me. And I'm looking and I can feel it. I'm doing jab, doing my 1-2, my 1-1-2-2, my 1-2-1. I'm doing my 1-2-3, 1-2, 1-2-4. Brother man. I'm doing my jab. I'm throwing straight left hook. Straight right hook. Uppercut shoot! Shoot! Yo, I'm ready, but the thing is, I'm getting serious. I'm getting into it. My hands up, my guard. You can't drop your hands. You can't drop the guard. You can't drop the guard. You have to be ready. So I'm making sure to keep my hands up. And I'm throwing these jabs and I'm looking. And when I'm throwing these hooks, I'm feeling more power than I've ever felt. I'm mentally prepared. I'm physically prepared. I, s- I've never thought this until this point right now. I know if I got into a fight, I would win because I got the fundies down. That's the thing about me. I work on the fundamentals before anything else. Because if you got the fundamentals for anything, you're better than if you got nothing. And if you got the fundamentals for a bit of everything, you're better than someone who's mastered everything in one area. Look, my philosophy that I live by, and I cannot be convinced otherwise. I cannot be persuaded, changed, shifted in no way, no form. Jack of all trades, master of none, but listen to this, but better than master of one. Jack of all trades, master of none, but better than master of one. So that's what and when you know a little bit, I remember I was talking to Tay before, and this was years and years ago. This was before I even really started to master everything. I was just starting off, but I'm talking about how I got the fundies in electrical, I got the fundies in carpentry, I got the fundies in auto body, like I got the fundies in math, I got the fundies in I'm well rounded. My stat sheet, it's rounded. You hear me? It's rounded nice. And she's like, "Yeah, but that's not that helpful." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She said, "That's not that helpful because." I'm like, "Look, listen, it's super helpful because if you're telling me, let's say I have a car issue, I can do my own oil change, right? I can change my own tires. I don't have to call someone. I can do any simple problem, fix, any relatively easy fix or common problem. That's on me. I don't have to call someone for that. I can do it. But when it gets into the extra, but when it gets into, oh, you got to swap out the whole transmission. Oh, back in the day, I didn't know how to do it. Now I can do that though. TBH. I literally did that in class the other day. I'm doing manuals. I was doing manuals, automatics with the clutch packs. You got your backing plate connected to the spring plate, which connected to your friction material, and then your return, and then you got friction return, friction return, friction return, and then you finish that all off. You got a sandwich, and don't forget about your turbine, your clutch converter, your torque converter. You got your turbine connected to the input shaft, so the input shaft's connected to the turbine, connected to the stator, connected to the impeller, and then that's what so look, there are levels to this, and I started at fundies, but I made my way up because if you got the fundamentals, you can always expand, you could always progress. So if I get the fundies in everything from the beginning, if I get the fundamentals in this, that, there's no avenue I can't go down in the future. No, there are no limits that I can't reach. No, because if I got the fundamentals, if I got the basic, if I got that foundation, if I have that foundation, surely, surely I can only expect. Look. I'm like, so for the simple jobs, I got it. The simple job, that's all me. You know how much money you save just cause of the simple jobs? Just cause of the simple jobs? Go ahead, I go ahead and want to change my tires. I just jack my tires up. I just jack my car up, take the tires off all the day. I don't gotta go to someone. I don't gotta go nowhere but my house. I just gotta take the tires out. And she's like, "Yeah, but that's like because but then you're good in a whole bunch of small areas, but nothing. You're not mastering nothing." But I'm like, that's what you need though, because that's life. You don't want to max out one skill set. Max out one skill set for what? You do an abundance in this life. There's a lot to do in this life. It's not just one thing. So I want to be a master of everything. I want to be the jack of all trades, master of none, because it's better than being the master of one. This world, it's diverse, it's complex, it's not so cut and dry, it's cut and wet, and it's barely cut, it's scored, it's scorn. You score a little bit here, you score a little bit there, and when you scored, a little bit of liquid come out, and you say, I can't even fucking cut this. It's not even dry. Like, what's going on? That's life. You're like, what are you talking about? That's life. It's dickery, bro. It's dickery, but it's how it goes. So I'm looking in this mirror and I'm shadow boxing. Us, 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 us. Left, right, left. I'm throwing straight hook, and I'm feeling the hook because I had a little bit of formal training. I was training at some point my boxing. I had that little bit of formal training with the Muay Thai mixed in, and I'm know my pivot points in the guard, and you just gotta be on your toes, not literally, not literally, but it's a mindset. It's a mindset. All I need to do is get into that mindset. So I'm in that mindset, and I know and I feel it. I've said this for a long time. I said if I got into a fight, I would win. If I got into a fight, I would win. And that wasn't hubris, that wasn't cockiness, that wasn't arrogance. it's confidence, but it's a hypothesis. It's an educated guess because I know I got the fundamentals of movement. I practice my movement. I practice my maneuverability. I practice the mix up, and I'm throwing these uh uh us. So I know there's only one time. There's only one time I was like, "Oh, I can't fight this man. I know I'd lose." When that nigga was, he was like, he's like 6'4", 6'5", 6'7". Like I was, cause my first thing I was thinking, I was like, I'll beat this nigga. How am I gonna reach his head? How am I gonna reach him before he reaches me? Even if I go for the gun, how am I gonna reach him before he reaches me? If we stick our arms out, we look at our wingspan. If we stick our arms out and I try to touch his face, he's touching mine 5 minutes before. He's getting there 5 minutes early. That's fucked. But best believe I was still ready. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't confident in it, but I would still do it. I wasn't confident, but I was still ready and raring. And then if that was my first, so be it. And if that was the first and then I lost, so be it. But I I still, from that point, it wouldn't change how I viewed myself. I wouldn't change the fact that I know that I could win, but it's the circumstance and scenarios. Look, God gives his toughest fights to his strongest soldier. So when God's giving his toughest fight to his strongest soldier, of course you can't win the first fucking fight, but he allowed you to live. You fought that strong battle, the toughest battle, and you walked out and you're still here today. So that means you're ready to fight again. You can fight again. You're able to fight again. You will fight again. So I prepare myself and I'm ready. I said that wouldn't change a damn thing. I'd still look at anyone. I still got that mindset. If I had to, I can. It's always goes down. It's that pressure. I used to say pressure makes diamonds. My teacher at Glanville said, pressure don't make diamonds, dickhead. But he's Jamaican. He said, no man. No man, no. Pressure don't make no blood clot diamonds. No, sire. Carbon. Carbon makes diamonds. Carbon makes diamonds. Excuse me? You're correct. It is carbon. It's that pressure that transform it, that change it. But does that matter? The carbon is the diamond in the first place. The carbon is the diamond. It's just what form does it matter? What does it matter what form it's in? What does it matter? The diamond is still a diamond regardless of the form, regardless of the journey, no? Because you have this carbon and you have this crystal clear diamond that was grown in a lab, right? And you have the carbon before the diamond, but does that change the fact of the potential of the carbon? Does that change the molecular structure of the carbon? If the carbon can turn into a diamond, are they not equal? Because I could either give you one diamond or I can give you 20 million pounds of carbon. And let's just say for that makes fucking 1,000 diamonds. Which one are you taking? Which one are you taking? It's the potential. It's the convenience versus the effort. The effort. Come on now. So when I look at you and I tell you, look, I'm doing my us, my 1 2 1 1 2 I'm feeling the power, and when it's that hook, when I'm throwing that hook, that training, look, because you got to carry, it's a pivot. It's a pivot. It's with the hips, but then you also got to watch your footwork. You got to be light on your feet. You got to allow the momentum to transfer. That's why I tell you I got the basics of everything, because I studied physics. I studied psychology. I studied philosophy. I studied everything. I study for whether it be theoretical or physical. I'm doing skateboarding. I'm rollerblading. I'm ice skating, but they all the same. It's the fundies, the fundamentals of movement. Now you got me in boxing, and I'm doing this boxing. I say, oh, But it's just like everything else in life. A hop, skip a dare, a hop, skip there. You just have to be ready, prepared. Yo, I was scouted. I was scouted. Okay. So I had to take a quick break. Need to brush my teeth. Get the morning started. And I just woke up. I didn't even fresh out of bed, and I'm already spewing. So I'm better. I'm jack of all trades, master of none, better than master of one. Philosophy I've lived by. So when I tell you now, when I'm throwing these jab, jab, hook, I'm throwing jab, jab, hook, jab, jab. I'm feeling and I'm looking, and the power that's being exuded from my fist, but the power I'm generating. I feel it more than ever. It's concrete, definitive. I will surpass all my limits, transcend all that I've known. All that everyone has known from me, I will, by any means necessary. I don't live in this real world. I live in my imagination. That imagination I bring into reality. I bring that imagination to reality, so I don't need to live in this world, because I know any reality I want, I'll form myself. Look, I'm a studier, brody. I study on occasion. Bro, the guy. I study on occasion. I study a bit of everything on occasion. I love that knowledge. I need that knowledge. I need the knowledge in order to do the things that I need to do, in order to be the man I want to be. When I look at that man in the mirror and I ask him to change his ways, when I ask that man in the mirror to change his ways, I need to have a game plan, no? How are you gonna change your ways? First, you gotta have some knowledge, eh? You gotta have some knowledge. You gotta take a step in the right direction. You gotta know what you're doing and why you're doing it. So I'm asking this man in the mirror to change his ways. You have to know what ways and how to change and how change even occurs. Classical conditioning. Classical conditioning. When I do something good, I reward myself with a treat. I condition my mind. Oh, do something good, you get a treat. Do something bad, and a lackluster, less desired effect, even a less desired effect occurs. Oh, brother, man, sister, woman, I feel it more than ever. If I get into this tussle, if I get into this scrap, there can be no defeat. There can be no defeat written in my future. Not an ounce, not a gram, not even a milligram. You don't understand. Oh, you don't understand. I need a punching bag. I need a punching bag, and I'm getting my wrist ready. I'm getting my wrist ready. I tried a handstand for the first time in my entire fucking life yesterday. The first hand of my entire career. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't just like raw, it was against the wall. But then I said that was the first. It only takes the first to get it going. It only takes that start. It only take that start. Brother, man. I said it. I said it. The full planche coming in 2 years. I should put this in my phone so I actually remember. I'm not just spewing shit. I gotta I'm putting this down 2 years. When did I say that? I said that I think I said that on, I feel like I said that a bit earlier. I think I said that maybe on Thursday because I referenced it on Friday yesterday. I referenced it yesterday, so brother, man, I'm giddy, but I feel it. I feel it. So, I did that handstand on wall. I gotta train my wrist. I got up my wrist strength. I gotta to be, and it's not. I guess it's wrist strength, but it's also wrist mobility. Because I was like, oh, my wrists don't bend that way. Like they don't go that far. Huh. But that's just because I'm not used to being on my hands, so I have to train that. I have to train. That's why my sister. She was like, "You never done that before," and she's so funny because she started doing it. Well, she positioned herself against the wall. She was about to kick up. You see the leg about to go up. Then she's like, "Ooh, no, I'm too old for this." Dead, deceased, laughing, laugh. When I'm done laughing after 5 minutes, she actually goes again, but she does it. And she does. I'm like, yo. And she and I saw the gears. I saw the gears from what I've seen before. I saw the gears turning. I witnessed it with my own eyes. I witnessed the gears because she did the kick up and then to center the balance. Because when you start learning, you don't have your feet straight up, you have them spread. It's that weight distribution. It's how it goes. It's like when you're walking across a beam, a tightrope, a pole, you have your arms out for your for the balance as a counterweight. Same thing with your legs. That's why you see the legs spread. And when you get good, that's when they close up. And I saw it, and I saw what I saw in that moment. I didn't just see the attempt. I didn't just see the little hold for a minute, for a couple of seconds. What I saw was dedication, commitment, a past, a life that I did not know about, a life that she lived that I did not. And she's like, yeah, I used to do this all the time as a kid. You didn't? This is what we would do. I lived in Canada, Brody. You grew up in Jamaica. That's all that your body, your soul, just trying some shit. It's the growing up. It's that background. But you grew up in Jamaica. I grew up in Canada. We had screens and electricity, and then we were being taught different shit. We're doing different dickeries, so that wasn't our dickery, and at least, and I wasn't in clubs. I wasn't in sports. I had to learn. I had to learn all this shit new. I'm fresh to it. I'm fresh to it. I wasn't in karate. I wasn't in no club sports, gymnastics, none of that. I was not moving my body. So now I have to learn from scratch. Everything you see, every skill that you see, I have to learn from scratch as a grown man. I don't have that boost of, oh, it's a times 10 XP boost as a kid. Because as a kid, it's so much easier to learn and develop concepts and grow because you're still growing yourself. Nothing is definitive. It's when you get older. Some things are set. Your body moved in a certain way for the last 15 years. Now you're trying to do it different. You haven't done a cartwheel in the last 10 years. Now you're trying to do one and feel different. You never done one, now it feel different. And so, opposed to when you're a child and everything's new, everything's fresh in a sense, and not. So everything you see, everything you will see me obtain, all these skills, everything will be obtained as an adult when it's 5 times harder. I'm talking to a girl the other day. She's like, you play instruments? I'm like, no, that's actually one of the only areas I'm not in. And that's one of the only areas I'm not like very much in. Like but I'm gonna learn later. Don't worry. Like that's just a later thing. Like, I'm gonna get an instrument. I'm thinking of the saxophone. May have to learn a bit of guitar, some drums. Like, and she's like, it's harder to do when you're an adult. It's harder to do the older you are. I'm like, I know. Don't worry, I know this. but I'll do it anyway. Just because it's harder doesn't mean it's impossible. It will be a testament to the man that I've become, the indomitable spirit. So don't worry about how hard it's gonna be and how difficult it's gonna be. See, I learned mine as a kid, and it's okay. It's okay. The man you see before you is a man unwavering. The man you see before you today, I can't falter. Do you know what I do when I in the mornings after I brush my teeth and I'm getting ready, I'm putting on my clothes. I put my chain on, and my chain got this big blue and gold cross I made, and it has my name on the back. And what it stands for, what it signifies is a vision that others can't see. Of the vision, the attempt. When I made this, when I made this, I had to render it out, and it was damn fucking hard. I, it was damn hard. This one I found online, but the thing is, it was only a concept. It was a render. So what you could imagine, someone like made it like in a software, but it was just a thought, an idea. Like they just kind of put the shapes together, and it wasn't even real. Like it didn't have any actual dimensions. It wasn't a physical entity. It was just like a drawing. So then I had to figure out, because I loved it. I was infatuated with it. I said, I have to figure out how to bring this. And I signed up for Autodesk, and I got this engineering software. So then I had to get this sketch, this drawing, this idea, and then I had to bring it into this next software that I had to download, and then I had to render it. But then from that render, I also had to edit, and then I had to splice. And then from the splice, I also had to color change. And then from the color, like I had to color correct, and then even with the scaling, I had to correct the scaling. I believe it was at first the size of the CN Tower. Just I don't know, just the way it reads. It's just the way it reads. Actually, it was simultaneously the size of the CN Tower, but the size of an atom. I had to change it. I don't know how that worked, but I did it. Look, brother, man, what you gotta understand is what it signifies to me. I hold it, I remember that night. I remember that day because I wanted it so bad. I wanted it more than anything, but I couldn't figure it out. It was just a render. It wasn't like it was just a model able to print just like that. It was a render, it was an idea, it was a sketch. So but I wanted it more than anything because I was in love with the idea of it, what I could make it. How I could take this idea and bring it into this reality just like that. And I worked on it, I worked, and I got it. Bing bang boom. It's printing out, and I hold it. And this isn't the original, this is the second. The original I gave away to Jackie. The original I gave away to Jackie. But this one I made when I was visiting my baby, and it matched the outfit. When I was visiting my niece, my winter, and my Caden. And my Caden. Little smart boy. You're a good kid. He more than good. He's great. I love him. Oh, he tries. He tries. I see that he tries. Keep trying. I'll make sure you keep trying. I'll tell you what no one told me. I'll give you lessons that no one could have instilled upon me. I'll tell you lessons that I've learned that that's gonna take you years. Don't worry. Don't worry, youngin. We have our time. It's coming up. It's coming up. You've seen glimpses and peaks, and we hang out. He's like, "You're the coolest uncle ever! Oh my gosh!" He goes around in the grocery store. We're going around in a cart. He's telling everyone, "Ah, I'm with my cool uncle. No one's uncle's as cool as mine. Trey, you're too cool. Trey, you, and that smile, that glimmer, that glisten. It's yo. I know the man that I have to be, who I have to become, the limits I must obtain that are reachable. And even if unobtainable, unreached, I will make them so. I will transcend thought itself. The concept of being unobtainable, I will transcend all that has been previously known, established. I shall, without a fraction of a doubt. I look at myself now and I say, you made it further than I've ever thought. You get your second diploma when I didn't think you were gonna get one. I never wanted even one. I didn't want one. And now I'm getting two. Now I'm getting two and I'm successful. I'm joyous. I'm the embodiment of freedom. The shows that I would watch, when I would watch One Piece and I would admire Luffy, I became the man that I admired. A man unwavering, a man dedicated to the cause, who knows his dreams, who sees all by any means necessary, whether that be a training for 2 years straight. Get your ass beat every day, but getting up just to become 1% stronger every day. The man that has the freedom to explore and wonder with curiosity. Man that's touched Mexico, that's touched the skies, that's flown drones. I've been on a cruise. That cruise. I was Santa, Cineplex, Funko Pops, Fam Expo, Comic Con. I'm just saying, I'm just katanas. I'm just saying things, suffering, croissants. I'm just saying things that are around my room that, even though these mean nothing to you, they mean everything to me. The hentai bucket hat. Do you know? Brother man. Brother man. And every day I'll take my opportunity, my chance. It's forthcoming. Forthcoming. So I say without a shadow of a doubt. I say without a shadow of a doubt. If I get into that tussle right now, us, us, us. I even know how to, you gotta step into it. Boy, boy. Ah! I'm taking your black off. I'm taking your whole head off. I wear this chain, I wear this pendant that signifies the indomitable soul, the resourcefulness, a dream that could be turned into reality, a mere thought that could be turned into a whole separate reality. Brother man, the indomitable soul. The indomitable soul. I'm ready for the day. What does it hold? I do not know. But I will try. I will try to make it joyful. It's my year of blue, and I'm seeing it. I'm seeing that blue come. I'm seeing that blue shine. I'm even getting a pinpoint of the blue. I see the blue. Oh, brother, man. What have I gotten into? What have I signed up for? This life that I live, what am I destined for? This is what happens when you get your hair done, bro. I feel fresh. I wake up talking about I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go outside. I'm ready for the world. But in fairness, every single one of my podcasts have revolved around the same thing, that same central theme, that imaginary versus reality. The man you see before you today. The man you see before you today is an amalgamation of all these life experiences, all these chances, all these risks, all this studying, all this. It gets to a point. The thing is, the aim of the game, name of the game is building. You call this shit Fortnite. You just gotta build. You just gotta build. Call it Minecraft. You just gotta build. Build up. All you're doing is building. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. It's building. So I'm gonna build and I'm gonna build. I'm gonna build. I'm gonna build a skyscraper. Oh, and as I said, the blue. Just found another. This is baby blue. It's this baby blue. I know. I know what I'm gonna do with my hair. I I figured it out. I figured it out. Whoa, brother man.